Hey, sports fans, Larry Eder here, your favorite podcast, Athletics Chat number 100. Yay! Okay, this is the epilogue, or as Mike calls it, the Larry monologue, or conversation with Larry on both sides. So here's the deal. Stuart is in Paris, or no, not in Paris. He is in Rome, the, eternal city. And he's covering the Rome Diamond League on Thursday. He'll be at the presser on Wednesday. He got in this evening, and we had some challenges with a little Wi-Fi, but that happens sometimes. So we talked about Birmingham, the Mueller British Grand Prix, or the Birmingham Diamond League, which was on the 21st of May. Fantastic meet, wins by Laura Muir, Keely Hodgkinson, Gemma Reiki did well. And Dina Asher-Smith, so some nice British wins. The new track, in the Alexander Stadium, will see 32,000 for the Commonwealth Games later this summer, and about 18,000 permanently. But great crowd. The broadcast was fantastic, and really enjoyed the meet. It was a great meet, number 2 of the season, because the season opened up with Doha. And then our third meet was the Nike Pre-Classic, 2 days. And I love the Nike, the Pre-Classic. It's named after the late Steve Prefontaine, one of my big heroes, who died May 30th, 1975, after running his second fastest 5,000 meters. He was involved in an auto accident. He was all of 25. And at that time, he owned the American records from the 2,000 meters to the 10,000 meters. He had been fourth in the 1972 Olympic Games 5,000. I believe he was destined for an Olympic medal, probably at 10,000 meters. I think that was his better distance. He was a typical young adult, liked to have a few beers, liked to stir it up a little bit, was a bartender for a bit as well, turned down a pro contract of $250,000 so he could run in Montreal. And unfortunately, he was involved in an auto accident, which a lot of people say was a single car accident. It actually wasn't, but there's a lot of legal stuff out there that keeps me from saying too much, because the family involved still has some influence and things. But it was most unfortunate that Steve passed. But in his honor, the Hayward Restoration meet was changed to the Nike Pre-Classic. Our friend Tom Jordan ran it from the mid-1980s until just this last year. This is the first post-pandemic, the meet last year at the end of the season, which was a good turnout. But what was curious about this meet, it was the turnout was horrific. Friday night was free, and they only expected a few thousand, but Saturday they listed, I think, about 4,500 people, and I believe 1,500 of them were industry people. So there's only about 3,000 paid. So what's going on? Is it too much in Eugene? Or are people getting too greedy and trying to charge too much for tickets? Because you have the NCAAs this week, you have U.S. Championships July 23rd through 26th, and the World Champs. So people can only go to so many things, and the this is a middle class sport, and you can only spend so many $100 a day on tickets. So what do you do? And it's media people like me are really fortunate, because I get to go to a championship. I have to pay for my hotel room, my airfare, and all those kind of things. But I get a media credential, and I work up top. Although I do think the media seating that I've seen so far in Hayward is lacking. It's almost as if the sponsors don't like media, but I sure hope they're able to, get it together and figure that having us sit in the beating sun is going to have some people passing out. And so we'll have to see how it goes. It's just a very strange deal, because the only way track gets promoted is if, media people like I write about it. So a little bizarre. Great performances. The men and women's 10,000, the U.S. trials were fantastic. The women's 100 with Elaine Thompson. The men's 100 that ended everything with Trayvon Bromell. What I was shocked about, if I had been a Nike marketing director, I don't know how I would have approved the men's 100 being the last event. I think the Bowerman Mile should have been the last event. Jakob Ingebrigtsen was brilliant as always. He ran the 5,000 sound running earlier this season and ran the world leader up until then. And then our friend Barahu Aragawi ran a 12:50.05 on Saturday. This is after Joshua Cheptegei ran a 12:57 by himself on Friday. Yeah, there's some strange things that happened. I know that Karsten Warholm turned down running there, turned down 35 grand to run. So it's very interesting to see how, the season develops. But the Prix was a fantastic meet. It was a good early season meet. Some people were complaining that, well, Elaine Thompson didn't run 10:54 again. When she ran 10:54 last year, it was at the end of the season. She's got 6 weeks to the world champs. That's when she needs to be in shape. That's when everybody needs to be in shape. So, deal with it. The meet after that was Rabat, which happened this weekend. Fantastic. 25,000 screaming fans in the stadium. I had been at that stadium in 2014. There were 100 people and about 300 goats that time. And this time, they've changed it up. They have rocked it up. Everybody was there to see the last race of the day. Soufiane El Bakkali, the Olympic champion, and Lamacha Girma, the Olympic silver medalist, go at it in the steeple. There were other fantastic events. Our friend Jacob Whiteman put it all together, dropping a 55.45 last lap, taking off with 300 to go, won the 1,500 and 332.65. There were an Ethiopian sweep in the women's 1,500. Elaine Thompson, oh my gosh, you've heard that name before, 10:83, and running it by herself. It was totally relaxed. She's going to be in Rome on Thursday, so she'll be interesting to see. The scary thing was Karsten Warholm. He hit the first hurdle and went down for the count. He was seen carrying an ice bag, and he thinks there's a torn muscle. They're going to do an MRI today. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Karsten is a wonderful athlete and ambassador for our sport. So happy to see Puma taking care of him, and he's going to be missed. I was talking to a coach today, just said he's a good guy. We hope he can get back. He does so much good for the sport, and it's great to hear that about athletes. Karsten reminds me of Mondo Duplantis. They're two great European athletes. They're showing European athletics continuing to rise once again. There's great athletes from Europe competing now, and that's good to see. We like to see people from all over the world. 209 countries, baby, competing in track and field, so we want to see it. And let's see what's next. We've got the Rome meet. Oh well, no, the steeplechase at Rabat. It was Girma went out to the front behind the pacemakers. They went through the 1K in 2:38. They went through the 2K in 5:25. And with 300 to go, Soufiane El Bakkali, guy who's running a 3:31 1,500, took off, and he held off Lamacha Girma. They were both under 8 minutes. The crowd went crazy. Soufiane El Bakkali collapsed, then he went up and saw the king, and it was a wonderful night in Rabat. So wonderful meeting 4 there, and meeting 5 will be the Rome Diamond League in the Stadio Olimpico. Killer women's 200. There will be a fantastic couple 1,500s. There will be a really nice women's pole vault. We will be updating that on the site. And also congratulations to Eilish McColgan, who today in Hengelo ran 30:19.02 for the 10,000 meter, the number 2 time, I think, on the European list, right behind one Paula Radcliffe. This is Larry Eder with RunBlogRun. This is Athletics Chat number 100. Stay safe, run, jump, and throw. Tell someone you love them. And thank you, Mike Deering. Glad to see you're back with the lovely Chelsea Draper. They just got married from their honeymoon, and glad you're back, my friend. Talk to you soon.